Blessing.
I'm coming for holidays.
How about school? What are you doing in school?
I'm fine. I'm preparing for my International General Certificate of Secondary Examination, IGCSE exam. Still of my school, 49 school, number 16 Udonsore, Fiaro Fort, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
Wow, let's go in. Tell me more about the school.
Fortune Schools comprises crèche, nursery, primary and secondary classes. We have standard facilities for both boarding and day students. We have God-fearing teachers, motivated and highly qualified. We impact godly character into the life of children. Admission is in progress into the above classes. Interested candidates can pick the forms in the school's admission office from Mondays through Fridays between 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. Second entrance examination date, 10th October 2020. Third entrance examination date, 24th October 2020. For more inquiries, please call 080-270-25262.
Great Fortune School! Great Fortune School!
Fortune Schools, excellence through hard work.
Accorded to indigenous contractors and engineers in Akwa Ibom State by Governor Udom Emmanuel is highly commended both within and outside the state. As the President, Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, Engineer Ali Rabiu, during a 2-day visit and inspection of the project in the state on the 11th and 12th August 2020, commended Governor Udom Emmanuel on the confidence reposed on them. Speaking during a courtesy visit to the governor on his arrival to the state, the COREN President thanked Governor Udom Emmanuel for recognizing indigenous engineering personnel and firms in the design, supervision and management of projects in Akwa Ibom State for the sake of building local capacities.
Let me start by thanking Your Excellency for the opportunity to see you at the shortest notice. I therefore appeal to Your Excellency to patronize, and if you have been doing so, to continue to patronize our indigenous engineering personnel and firms in the design, supervision, and management of your projects in order to build local capacities.
He said the visit to Akwa Ibom was to inspect the COREN zonal office and meet with engineers with other engineering practitioners in the state to ascertain their readiness and preparedness for the task ahead, while intimating the governor on the need to nominate a representative for the technical committee and also give approval on the state for inauguration of the Akwa Ibom State Technical Committee, as a letter to that effect was earlier sent to the governor.
We are in Akwa Ibom State to inspect our zonal office here and meet with our engineers and other engineering practitioners in the state in order to ascertain their readiness and preparedness for the task ahead. We are also here to intimate Your Excellency of the need for you to urgently nominate your representative in the State Technical Committee and other representatives of the Akwa Ibom State government, as I earlier mentioned. And also to approve for us a date convenient to you for the inauguration of the Akwa Ibom State Technical Committee.
Commended the governor on the provision of infrastructure in Akwa Ibom State as one of the indices of development in any country or state depends on infrastructure, which for any government to succeed, there must be an engineering capacity, which is not possible without the engagement of the engineers.
You are doing in the provision of infrastructure in Akwa Ibom State. One of the indices of development in any country or state is the presence of infrastructure. And engineering is a key driver in this regard. For any government to succeed in its quest for development, there must be sufficient engineering capacity. And this is not possible without the engineers being engaged.
Responding, the governor, who was represented by his deputy, Mr. Moses Ekpo, said the administration of Governor Udomi Manuel in Akwa Ibom State is very conscious of the fact that engineers play a vital role as partners in the development of the state.
The administration, the government of Akwa Ibom State, is very conscious of the fact that engineers must and have played a lot of role in our forge forward. What we believe very strongly that because we are keen about technology-driven economy, we cannot wish out the engineers. They are important, necessary, and they must remain partners in what we're trying to do here. That is why, at the inception of this administration, the Ministry of Science and Technology has always been uppermost in considering who can help, who can assist. They are all engineers. Typifies the fact that our cabinet is tasked with very, very professional engineers.
He assured the leadership of COREN that all requests made will be looked into with sufficient support and congratulate the body the good job done, while thanking the president of the organization on the choice of Akwa Ibom State for the zonal office of COREN.
There is nothing that you would want us to do to collaborate with you, to work with you, that will not be given very, very first class attention. Therefore, all the requests that we make will be passed on to the governor, and I can assure you that we will look at all of them with very, very detached and concerned mind, and we'll be able to continue to work with you, relate with you, and hope that you continue to support this administration.
The president, with his entourage, proceeded to the Ministry of Works Conference Hall at Dakada Secretariat, Udodoma Avenue, Uyo, to interact with the Nigerian Society of Engineers, ESCO members, current inspectors, fellows, and members of NSE. The chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Ukeme Opop, MSNC, current Chief Inspector, Engineer Chief Benjamin Ekanam, and other senior engineers. The current president proceeded from the Ministry of Works to inspect the 21-story building, the Kada Towers, located at the banking layout, Udodoma Avenue, Uyo. They were warmly received by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Special Duties, Engineer Richard Ekpe, and the project lead consultant, Francis Uwa.
Some of the building technologies we have here, the facade, glass facade, a double layer facade, with high thermal capacity for heat and energy conservation. It also has a LED lighting in the night. The entire building is lit up. And this LED is RGB color display, so you can actually control anything and send it display on the territory of the building.
Engineer
Rabiu
expressed satisfaction at the end of the tower, mostly on the engagement of indigenous engineers. The first engagement of the second day of the visit was a courtesy call on the Ntisoyi Bibio III, His Majesty Obongesene Kidem, as Engineer Ali was warmly received by the royal father, who challenged engineers to start putting the theories into action for the betterment of the society.
The same God can give you wisdom. I trust that. Because most of our people will say, this is my brother, this is my son, this is my relative. Those things that would have been given to professionals like engineers will be diverted. But today, and I believe, the same God can give you wisdom. I'm praying for that today, that the wisdom of God should be your portion.
There was a stopover as requested by a senior engineer, Engineer Atido Iyang, at his residence. The president proceeded to inspect project built for the second day of visit at 10-lane Ring Road 3 on arrival at Oron Road intersection of the road and was taken round by Engineer Uwem Okoko, the managing director of Hensec Integrated Services, the company handling the road, alongside with the director in the Ministry of Works, interviewed by the COREN President on the quality of job delivered and the level they have reached in the projects. The president expressed satisfaction on the progress of work and was elated to have indigenous contractors handling such a big project. He, however, queried the non-appointment of a consultant for the projects.
I'd like to ask him to top and finished also excellent. Glory of all
The tour came to an end at the Gully Erosion Control Site at Etemokonu Sanga Street from the Ring Road 3, where the president moved with his entourage to the Gully Erosion Site. He was received by the lead consultant of the project, taken around the project site with detailed explanations on how the construction of the project was implemented.
Men have spent a lot of resources in tackling them. This one was a particular very serious one. Because as you can see, there is a chamber there with a drop manhole here. All the water from Akwa Road, about 3 square kilometers of catchment area, they come down here. So there was an outfall here, an open drain, capital drain that took the water down. Unfortunately, as we go down, you see some things happening there. The people are channeling water into the ravine without proper infrastructure.
The current president commended the state government and World Bank for the intervention project.
To succeed, we are all going to benefit from the glory. So I want to urge you to continue to put in your best and to provide quality, to deliver a quality project to the state government, where all of us are proud of. From what we are seeing on site, I want to say that the quality of work is very good. I've seen the concrete tabs and some areas where you have finished stone base. I observed them, and the quality is very good. I'd like to ask you to keep it up. The finished product also excellent.
It was a day like never before as the crew of the Cradle TV show on NTA Channel 12 had a one-on-one interview with the following personalities.
Well, I'm very proud being the chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in the EU in particular. It's a thing of joy to have one of us who has excelled in the field of construction. So far, the project site we have visited, the 10-lane road, Ring Road 3, is well constructed. We've been there and we've seen what he has done. From what he has told us, even though we engineers, we've seen it ourselves, so whatever he's telling us is what we as people listening, the job is well constructed. And apart from that, the time frame for the project is a 3 years project, but from what we have seen, he's even going to meet up the time before the actual expected time of completing. And that is to us a very good example of how a contractor and an engineer should handle a project. You see, this is one of the things we've been clamoring for as a society. We have been saying the government should patronize indigenous contractors. So when we have one of us that the government has tested and it has proven to be very good, then it's a thing of...
I personally would say my colleagues have done better, and I also want to thank His Excellency for giving me this kind of opportunity. Doing a 10-lane, 9.5 kilometers, 10-lane project in the heart of town, and expansion of Oron Road from a single lane to almost 8 lane, and also expansion of that Oron Road from International Airport to Ring Road 3. It's almost the two biggest projects ongoing now in the state, and it's handled by indigenous contractor. From what we have done so far, you will see that we have not disappointed the governor, and we have not disappointed his government, and we have not disappointed the people of Akwa Ibom State, and we have not disappointed ourselves.
To God be the glory.
Yeah, of course, this is a calculated visit. It's not just an ordinary visit. You can see it started with the governor, and he went through some infrastructure. Today we visited Akwa Ibom, of course, to take the blessing of the land. They are going for another visit. He has spoken to the COREN in Akwa Ibom State, led by engineer Ekanem. So I want to say the impact of his visit is going to bring about the regulation, of which we are all for,
Yes.
And I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you.